that Colts game, I can't wrap my head around the Colts game. Like, you saw the way they played against Eagles backup. I heard the way they played against Eagles backup. That's the way we played all year. What the hell happened against the Colts? But one good thing did happen. The Patriots, who I don't get many Pats fans on my channel, but there was definitely a few, oh, thanks from a Pats fan for winning the game. And they turn around and win. We're picking third. Much better than picking fourth, because to me, that means you're getting your quarterback, you're getting the best player in the draft, in my opinion, which is Travis Hunter. So, Anthony, how do you think this is going to play out? Who do we get? Who do you gut feeling? Who do you think we're getting at 3?
So before I say that, I have to say, I actually don't think it's a good thing that the Patriots won that game. I would prefer that they were picking number 1 overall over Tennessee.
You stole the point I was going to make, Anthony, because I know
because if we want to or need to trade up to number 1, the Patriots would be the team to trade down. The Titans and the Browns, they're not going to trade down if they're going to be taking a quarterback. So I wish that the Patriots were picking number 1 overall just to have the option to move up and draft a quarterback, since they're locked in with Drake May or even Joe Milton at this point. That's who the Giants should maybe trade for. But picking number 3 overall, I think the Giants are going to find a way to get a quarterback, whether that's trading up or taking the third best guy. Just somehow, some way, I think they're walking out of the first round with a quarterback. But if it is Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders off the board 1-2 and Drew Allard doesn't declare, I think they're going to take Travis Hunter, the best player in the draft, and hopefully try and figure it out with their next pick. But I think that next pick will be a trade up into the first round, similar to what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson.
And it makes sense because you trade up into the first round and get the 5th-year option. Exactly. So there's no way the Giants are picking 34th if they're definitely going up into the first round. That would make all the sense in the world. Chris, how do you feel about picking 3rd? Gut feeling, who are the Giants drafting in April?
Yeah, I said it yesterday in my live stream, and this may change, and there's the knocking on the wood, so hopefully that doesn't continue as I talk. Yeah, I mean, I said it yesterday, and maybe I'll be dead wrong, but today I feel like it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. I think Deion Sanders is going to force Shedeur Sanders to the New York Giants. And I think he's going to have a backdoor agreement that he doesn't want to play for those 2 franchises. My logic is pretty simple. He's not going to want to play for the Browns because they've had 5,000 quarterbacks over the last 8 years. That screams instability at the position. The Giants gave Daniel Jones 6 years. Where would Deion Sanders rather force his child to play? And Tennessee just fired their general manager after 2 years, which Deion Sanders commented on that publicly on Twitter. Again, screams instability. Just a guess on my part, but that's the way I feel today. Now, of course, if those 2 quarterbacks go, I don't think the Giants are obviously going quarterback, and I think we're going to get a hint as to what they're going to do way before the draft, because we'll see what they do in free agency. If they sign a guy like Justin Fields, that's probably a hint that they may not be taking a quarterback in the first round, maybe a day 2 quarterback to go along with him. If they sign a guy that's more of a mentor like a Jacoby Brissett, it probably lends itself to the fact that they feel like they're going to be able to get one of those 2 quarterbacks in the first round. So we'll get hints along the way, but that's how I feel today. Now, if both quarterbacks are gone, yeah, I think it's either Hunter or maybe Mason Graham. I get excited thinking about Mason Graham playing alongside Dexter Lawrence. Can't go wrong either way, but Hunter's probably the pick. I think he's the best overall player in this draft class.
Adriana, gut feeling, where are the Giants? Who are they picking in April?
I feel probably about the same, that I actually think it's either Ward or Hunter if he somehow makes it to them. But for the sake of this argument, I'm just going to say something different just to spice it up. I'm going to throw out there that I think the Giants move. If both quarterbacks are gone, I think they potentially move back to 5, get another pick, and they take Abdul Carter and they trade Kayvon.
Wow. That would be. What do you think they can get for Kayvon?
A fifth?
I actually got a good question about Kayvon that I was asked in my live stream yesterday, and I didn't have the answer for it. Would you guys extend, because they have to make this decision by April or May, would you guys extend Kayvon on the 5th-year option? It's about, I think it's $16 million. And you may say, no way, coming off the year that he did, but $16 million isn't a whole lot for an edge rusher. And if Kayvon has a big year, he's going to demand $30 million. So I think that's actually a tough decision for Joe Schoen, especially because he spent the 5th overall pick on him.
Yeah. Well, again, Chris, I think you'll find out in free agency, like what they do. And I think if they don't sign him to a 5th-year option, maybe Adriana's right. You get Abdul Carter to replace him.
I like Abdul Carter. I'd be fine.
It's a very interesting situation that the Giants are in. No question about it. I personally Cleveland's weird. It's a while. Tennessee's definitely taking a quarterback. Cleveland's weird because they restructured Deshaun Watson's contract. I think the next 2 years, it's like a $75 million dead cap. Like they're stuck with him. So do you keep him there as a backup and you use Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward or whoever? Or do you just say, well, we're stuck with him. Let's get the best player in the draft in Travis Hunter and worry about a quarterback at another time because they still have Deshaun Watson. So gut feeling for me, I have a feeling Cleveland is taking Travis Hunter. I have a feeling we're going to end up with Shedeur Sanders. That's my gut. You know, that's not what I want. I want Cameron Ward, but I have a feeling Shedeur Sanders will be a Giant. Even though he put those cleats, he had those cleats made when we were the first overall pick, and now we're the third. I still think he ends up here. Because, if you're Dion, you say, well, shit, they gave Daniel Jones 6 years. They can give my kid 6 years, and it's New York. I mean, we're talking prime time, right? Deion Sanders, he's kidding Tennessee or Cleveland. That don't make sense, right? The NFL wants money, don't they?
That's why we've had a show together for so long, Bad Dog. We think alike, and I that's honestly how I feel, man. I really feel Deion Sanders is going to try to pull a Manning and try to get his son on the New York Giants. It just makes too much sense. Those other two situations, he's going to look at unfavorably. So that's where I'm at. I think we're in agreement there.